Hello! It's me. I am here, spoiler diacra, to give you a tour of the Derp Chill realm at the end of its first season. Alright, so we're going to start where it all started, which is right here. It's still decorated for the holidays, for Decemberween, if you will. And it looks like we have what started it all off. This little area is where we all started off. And this became our shared house. It was started and built with just these first two levels. Mostly by Tara Marie. And then later, we added this magical area where we've got brewing, we've got enchanting, we've got growing of some things. Alright. We've also got something that started off very early, which is the Derp armor, which is basically leather armor dyed yellow. This has become sort of a symbol. And the logo for the Derp Chill server is actually this yellow on a purple background. So Derp armor for the yellow leather for us to go into silliness together. Something else that was amazing that got built later was this storage room. And the great thing I love about this storage room is then it went down here for some dripstone lava, all the kelp we could possibly want, fishing for people who wanted to fish. Pretty amazing, but she grew it out. She didn't let things be. So we've got this whole storage system for all different colors of wool, and here for different odds and ends that you would pick up. This became a really cool place for everybody to share stuff on the server if this is where you wanted to stay around, and a lot of people did. So over here is a bridge that Tara Marie and I worked together on, and over there is a city. That is my little area, and we'll get to that later. But for now, let's take a quick run to another big area that started it all, which was this was a really great starting position because we had villagers right from the beginning. This was a relatively new outpost, started from the beginning. Anyways, we also started off with this village. And this is a massive undertaking that Tara Marie and Magana worked a lot on to both design and coordinate. Magana built the walls, started to design the walls later. This giant glass dome pyramid, whatever you want to call it, over it, she built before we had any deserts. Because when we first started this, we had a limit of 5,000 plus or minus 5,000 in all directions from spawn. And so she was just going around beaches, finding all the sand she could find to make all this glass to protect these villagers. And then her and Tara Marie also built many of these different houses in here. Some of which some weird stuff happened. There was a fish over here, but not sure what happened there. But yeah, that is this village. Still a working village. We've got different areas for different types of villagers. If, you know, to try and make it easier to find what you want. That was fun to have wild villagers and not like totally up in the mountains. That's a house by Yeti. You know, because Yetis live in the snowy peaks, I guess. We saw him once in a while. But it looks like we're about to lose the sun, so we will have to sleep. But let's get to our little zone of transportation known as the Nether Hub. All right, going to the Nether Hub. Also, right near spawn, we had this great little, wow, that was not unexpected. Great little portal, ruined portal that we basically made work, and we've used it as our central spawn location from the very beginning. On the other side, here's our spawn portal. We had it going off in different directions. We had our green section, we had our yellow section, we had our red section to all give us an idea of what direction we were going in. We actually started down here, and that's very interesting. But for now, I want to start with St. Gravy. I think he has a portal this way. All right, and here we are at the land of St. Gravy. St. Gravy was making he's our storyteller on the server, and he was building a giant warehouse manufacturing thing run by orcs and very terrible business people. So this was a giant warehouse he was starting to build. Automation over here with cooking things. And I'm not sure what was going down here, but he did a lot of digging. Jeez. Whoa. Goodness. I don't need all that. Let's put all this back. Okay. Stuff's happening. And here were some of his ships for delivery of stuff, or maybe they're warships. I don't think I was sure. Mining stuff, just crazy. And throughout this little area, you can see some over there, some over here. He's got, oh. I think this could work. Our boss is smart. So, yeah. So, basically, you got these signs around what they're saying. The boss is working. You should try it. Boss isn't signing autographs today. Just some funny stuff. Employee suggestion box. Basically, this is trash. Employee review complaint box. Also trash. So, you can put whatever in here. And it gets fired out into there, I believe. Not automatic, it would seem. So, not sure what part he was missing, but that was the idea. Storytelling anyway, so just all this mining operation and very much going for massive scale. And unfortunately, had to stop for a bit and was not able to take on much of this massive scale. But there's some farming going on and stuff like that. So, all right. So that's one of Les Derps gone by. Most of the Les Derps surprisingly stayed near the spawn for a majority of play, and then would go out and have adventures and come back to spawn. And I think that's kind of nice about Les Derps. I decided to have my home, but others decided to continue always playing together. All right, so let's head on over and let's take a look-see. Ooh. I don't know why I keep on feeling the need to grab this, but there we are. Alright, and this is down the yellow path. Oh my goodness, this is such a good design. Whenever there's something with a good design, it is not me. This was, I believe, Tara Marie did this line, and wow. That's all I gotta say is wow. She's just magnificent when it comes to it. So I'm really glad to get to play with her on the Derp Chill server. I believe this is, before we get to Madman's, this is also something of Tara Marie's. That's why I gave her that. This was the Daily Derp, the newspaper she made. Let's take a little flight here. So she built this map and she made several editions of it. It wasn't daily, but what it was amazing. And she really did try and welcome the new derps with this giant newspaper. Very cool if you ask me. And we will actually head over to Madman's place. Madman is Madman Across the Water. And he is, in fact, across the water. Okay, it's around here somewhere. There it is. So this is Madman Across the Water's place. Really did some amazing stuff from all directions. And what I love is that he really made it. He used the skulk. What I love the most is he used the skulk sensors in just such an amazing way. Listen to that. Frog lights, beautiful. And this whole base is, you know, labyrinthian a bit, but just this huge design. We were helping him out, trying to get him as much of some of the same stuff as we could for a while there. Madman's base. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is back to zero. It's just so super far away. And we're back at the yellow. All right. Let's go on, and I can now show you my base. For me, it is down the red path here, which, as you can see, it's an okay design, but nothing as inviting as what we had over there. So this is my base, and it's nighttime now. Let me take a quick nap and I'll show you. My base was a mix of a lot of stuff. So these are some of the daily derp things. This is my little pizza kitchen. Yes, making actual pizza. Get myself a slice of Hawaiian there. I had bases. I accidentally did something that made all these mob heads disappear, so would have had to get them again. I got these snifflers and all this. This is how I get all my meats. I feed all these, they make babies, and then I get lots of cooked beef. I'm a little bit more of a redstoner, but working on design. But like I've got things like this, which has all this honey from the bees. This is something I worked on the design outside to get around this, but this right here is actually a moss farm. Making all the things that go along with moss. It is super performant. Yeah, so very exciting. over there. Another thing I worked on designing, because that's kind of a new focus of mine. So the balloons are Tara Marie, but that building over there was me working on a design for a house. And this is a bridge. It's very exciting. And I went from this simple bridge. What I like is I evolved it over the season. I didn't keep it static as the needs changed. So what else is around here at my base? Well, right here to our right is one type of tree farm that I use for things like the mangrove wood, this one that we're going out here, and basically I would plant the mangrove wood here, and depending on how tall it would grow, I would go up here, and then I would either drop down there, or I'd drop down here. If I drop down here, it would be lower and I could go onto there. But that was just for mangrove, and I used it also for the new pink wood, the cherry blossoms. But in here was my more active tree farm for most of the different types. Ooh, I also use that for dark oak. But yeah, so all your regular oak and stuff like that. But with the latest update that they had at the time, we got to a point. I also have discs playing around here, so that's why there's music. I made sure to get myself the pig stab disc because that was very important to me. Got some farms for myself. This is right here, the worst camel corral ever. They have all gotten out of it. Okay, so don't build that. This here is a bamboo farm because bamboo, and it uses allays. So let's take a look at how that works. It can either be run automatically all the time, or I can turn it on and turn it off. But basically, this is the first time I've built a flying machine to do any harvesting. It was a very interesting experience to learn how to do this. And I mixed the flying machine design from Silent Whisper with figuring out how to get the allays to do this. And it came with this sort of chimney system to allow them to throw the stuff here. My little dogs. And it pushes them into here, which is where I first started storing them, but then I quickly ran out of space. Then I came over here into one of Silent Whisper's other designs, which is a system where you've got minecarts with chests all in the same place. And basically I can take it out here, and it'll just fill up super quickly. So if I go here, I can actually go, well, not there. We can actually put it here. Okay. We can put the stuff here, and it'll go back into the system. But now it's practically already filled up. So it fills up really quick. Everything is running down this here and then into this storage system so that I can use this because, of course, we can take all this bamboo and turn it into blocks of bamboo, which is awesome. I've got bamboo planks, got more bamboo planks. This is what I did. And then we get these. I love this bamboo mosaic. I love that. I never used that enough. Things for next time. And I had started to work on using different banner art. It was something I was experimenting with as well. So I'm still working on aesthetics right now. It's probably my big thing. Yes, I enjoy redstone, but aesthetics is something I'm working on. That's something Saying Gravy built and put in my thing. He liked to put memes in the sky. But now we're going to go off to the final place. We've got plenty of places around here. Iron Farm, Raid Farm that I built. Actually, because it's on the way, I'll show you. I built a Prismarine farm, or a Guardian farm, whichever way you want to look at it, just down here. And so I wanted to make it clear where people were going. So I was able to get enough stuff. The hardest thing with Prismarine farm is getting the black dye, just because. So I did it manually on this server. I've done it different ways on different servers, but this Prismarine farm was probably, for me anyways, the single biggest XP farm that we'd have. I would turn this on. This is based on Silent Whisper's design. Like, not his latest design, but, you know, close enough. And, oh, stuff seems to be working. Okay. Just usually when I'm here, stuff's attacking. So, and then I would just get stuff. And once it starts going, it's really fast. And this is only 4 out of, there we go. That's what I was looking for. 4 out of the 24 slots that I could have done. So this could be even more efficient of getting stuff. But I didn't want to do anything here until I created a filter system to filter all this stuff, because man, do we get a lot of stuff. All right, that is this. So if you ever want on Bedrock good XP, this is one of the best XP systems I've seen on it, or is a good Guardian farm. We have an Ender farm in the end, but meh. In fact, I can show you the end when we're done. The end of the end. That will be, we'll make the end of the video. Just for the sake. So once again, eat some of my pizza. It's way down here. This is not the end. Ooh. A long place too, where we were finishing up. So as we wore on with the season and things slowed down, one of the things Tara Marie did is she made a Les Derps, which we're going to, and I decided to turn it into an area that was going to be where we did a new style of building. And you know, whereas the other stuff was like castles and stuff like that, I wanted to make a more modern area. And it all started with the fact that down on my hotbar there, I've got a plug-in to make pizza. But this is the circus that Tara Marie and Madman built. Madman did any of the redstone that needed for some of the games, but Tara Marie did stuff like the carousel and the other things. Me, I've started and I built this pizza joint, and this was going to be the beginning of the next stuff, and maybe it will for a future season, because we're going to be starting season number 2 here very shortly. But this actually is where you can cook real pizza. The big downside with that is one of our, you know, top members, Madman, who has built a lot of stuff on this server and is very good, plays on PlayStation, and his PlayStation seems to have problems with some of the resource packs, or rather all of the resource packs. So any resource pack added, he could never see it. So things like that are new, that required a new resource pack, he could never see. So, alas, that was something that he couldn't ever experience as well. Mob heads, we had those. We'll probably have those again, because I think people generally like those, and it's okay if he doesn't get to experience those. But yeah, it's kind of annoying for him. He doesn't like that he doesn't get to see it, but at the same time, I wonder if it's just because he's built stuff with so much that he's used up all this. So now I need to make sure I didn't go too far. I might have gone too far. Nope, did not go too far. Ooh, that was some tricksy flying by me. Alright, now before we go in, I want to make sure that you know that you are welcome to join us on the Derp Chill server if you're okay with being connected via Discord and you're wanting to be part of just a chill team that's okay with being a little bit silly, but really takes care of each other. So if you're interested, follow the Discord link below and let us know that you're interested and we'll check you out. But let's head to the end. All right. That over there is our ender, which does not... Oh. I almost looked at somebody there. Let me see what's happened here, because one thing that we did here as a group event, and this is to let you know how derpy we are on Derp Chill, is we took all the pillars in the end, and we mined them all down. So there are no more pillars anywhere. With that said, I would like to say thank you for joining us on the Derp Chill server, and you have a good day.